you want to start the palm oil business in 2026, especially the storage aspect of it, then you need to listen carefully, because February is actually where the profit is decided, okay? Palm oil is cheap right now, but if you store it wrongly, you can lose your money quietly. So let me break this down from zero. Palm oil storage business is simple in theory. Yes, in theory, very simple. I mean, you just buy the palm oil when it is plenty and cheaper, you store it properly, you sell it when the fruit becomes very scarce and the price increases, and that's it, right? That's the business model. But the simplicity is actually where people make mistakes, because they think, oh, I'm just going to buy it and keep it now. You don't just buy and keep, okay? How you buy, what you buy, where you keep it, how you keep it, this is actually where the profit or loss happens. And it's really important that you pay attention to these things, okay? Now, maybe this is your first time on my channel. Maybe you did not watch the part 1, or maybe you did not even see the videos I made last year about palm oil and palm oil storage. And you're just here wondering, what exactly is this palm oil storage business? Good. Look, let's talk, all right? No assumptions, no pressure, just real explanations. Now, I need you to understand the season first, right? Palm fruit has seasons. Around February to, early April, the fruit is plenty. Now, when the fruit is plenty, of course, mills produce more oil. And when oil is plenty, prices reduce, right? Now, later in the year, the fruit reduces, supply reduces, and then the price increases gradually. Now, this is not hype, right? This is cycle that has been happening for years. And last year we talked about it, okay? It's the same pattern that keeps repeating itself. This year is not different in any way. The next thing that will come to your mind is, Becca, how can I buy the right palm oil? Now, listen carefully, okay? Not all palm oil is good palm oil. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. When you go to buy, you need to look at the color. Yes, first things first, with the color, it should be deep red, not pale, not brownish, not too light. Very light can actually mean dilution, okay? Now, the second thing is the smell. You need to smell it. Yes, it should smell fresh, not sour, not acidic, not fermented. If it smells off now, it would get worse in storage. The third thing to look out for is the thickness. Look, palm oil should not look watery. If it runs too fast like water, you better be careful, okay? Be very careful. Now, the next thing is sediment. A little residue at the bottom is normal, but too much dirt is not normal at all. And you actually need to ask the millers when the oil was processed before you store, because fresh oil stores better. Okay? Now, the next thing to do is calculate your real cost. See, let's not deceive ourselves. Buying price is not your only cost. You need to add your transport. You need to add loading and offloading. You need to add containers, if needed. Your real cost is total money spent plus the number of kegs or drums. That is your actual cost per unit. Look, if you don't calculate this, you will not know your profits. And, once it's time for you to sell, you will just want to sell off at any price, which is not good for the business at all, okay? Now, let's go a bit deeper, okay? Because storage is actually where people fail, right? Look, storage is not just, keep it in the container. Storage actually determines whether your oil will still be premium months later, right? Where to store would be in a cool place, yes, away from direct sunlight, not too close to heat, not in a place that floods, if your house na ocean divider. And of course, you need to know that heat affects the taste and the quality of your palm oil over time, okay? So you need to place some things under the drum. This is really important. Do not place your drum directly on the bare floor. I've said this over and over again, especially cement floors. And you ask me why. Cement holds moisture, and moisture affects temperature. And then the temperature in turn affects the oil stability. What you need to do is you need to place wooden pallets or thick planks, or, strong nylon folded well. You fold it properly. Sackcloth layered properly. Then you place the drum on top. The drum should not sit directly on the ground. Air should be able to pass slightly underneath. You also need to make sure that the container is tightly sealed, okay? No air is entering unnecessarily, because air exposure over time can reduce the freshness of your palm oil. Now, I need to actually mention this to you clearly. You do not need to keep opening the container every time to check. What are you checking inside? Now, oh yeah, you put for there now. I mean, you put another thing for there. People often open their drums every week. Oh, I want to check. I want to check. Every time you open it, you are exposing it to air. If you're storing for months, which is actually the whole idea for this video, of course, you're doing the storage business, you need to reduce opening. Only open it when it is necessary. When it is necessary, okay? Now, I know some people will start asking, oh, better, how long can I store my oil for? Look, properly stored palm oil can last many months, but quality depends on the freshness when you bought it, you know, the storage condition, the temperature, and that's why I always say that you need to buy quality oil first, because you cannot fix bad oil with good storage. No matter how well you store the oil, if the oil is bad, it's bad, okay? There's no magic, no miracle. If it didn't day, it didn't day. Do you get what I mean? Now, the next question will be, oh, Becca, when is the best time to sell? Now, this is important, okay? You don't just want to store your oil blindly. You need to monitor the market price monthly. You need to call your supplier, you know, call the traders, track price movements. When your margin actually makes sense to you, sell it, okay? Don't wait for miracle price. Oh, I bought it 50,000 naira. I need to sell it 150,000. Steady profit is better than greedy waiting, because at the end of the day, you keep waiting now, and then before you know it, you can no longer sell. You will now end up selling it at the lowest of the lowest price, which is not something we want, okay? Once your margin makes sense, you have covered the cost of the oil, the cost of, you know, transportation and all of that, and just a little bit of, you know, profit on it, sell it. Don't be greedy. I know say thief dey your eye, but just sell it off. Sell it off. Now, let me be very honest with you, okay? If you're new to this business, you need to start small. Even if you can afford to start big and buy containers, please start small first, okay? This is your first season. You need to learn how the prices move. You need to learn how storage feels. You need to learn how buyers negotiate. Look, experience is part of capital, okay? Now, better, what do I need before starting? Let me list it clearly for you, okay? So if you did not have a pen since, you need one now, okay? Let's list it out. First, you need capital. Capital that you can live for months. Not the one that you will put it today, you want to use it tomorrow. Or if you put it today, your children's school fees will suffer. That's not the one we're talking about. I'm talking money that you can keep, and, you know, it will not bother you 3 months, 6 months. You not go shake, you understand? That's the kind of capital I'm talking about. Next, you need a verified supplier, okay? You also need storage space, you know, ready for your storing. You need basic understanding of the market timing. You need patience, okay? If you don't have patience, this business will frustrate you, I promise you. Okay, better, I hear you, but who is this business good for? Salary earners who want seasonal income, diaspora investors, calm people, you know, people who understand delayed gratification. It is not good for people who panic easily. If your chest quick, they do chi, don't do this business. People who need quick weekly turnover, or people who they borrow money up and down, you not go fit do this business, because pressure go want kill your enemy. So don't leave them, okay? Look, last year, some people rushed in late. You know, they bought without actually checking quality. Some did not calculate their transport. Some stored it wrongly. And some actually did it properly and made calm profits, okay? The difference was actually preparation, not luck. This business has nothing to do with luck. If you do it right, you will make money. If you don't, you will not. You know, it's just what it is. Now, if this is your first time seeing me, you can actually go back and watch the part 1 of this particular video, okay? And of course, the palm oil breakdown I did last year, I would include all the links in the description below. But if you don't have the time to check all of that out, I feel like this video has given you the foundation, you know, the basics, right? And if you want a personalized help, you know, meaning that you want help checking your numbers, you want a bit of guidance, you know, based on your state or your location, and, you know, you just want clarity on how much to start with, you know, where to get the oil, how to go about it, then of course you can feel free to book a session with me, because again, general advice is good, but personal strategy is always better, okay? Now, before I go, I need you to understand that palm oil storage business is not complicated, but it is not also careless, okay? It's not a careless business. You buy well, you store well, you're patient, you sell wisely. That's it. You are happy, right? If you do it with discipline, you will understand why this cycle repeats every single year. And if you missed it last year, then of course, this is your second chance. Okay, I hope this video actually helps you out in your palm oil business journey. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already, and please kindly share the link with anyone who you think this might be useful to. Okay, until the next one, thank you so much for being here. I love you so much, and like I always say, we're here to learn, relearn, unlearn, and just, make better choices. Okay, I love you, and I will see you. Okay, bye.